playing, isn't there, Sam? Okay. Thanks. Hello, everybody. And thank you so much for coming. I have to thank every one of you in this room because tonight we've raised more than $250,000 for everyone. We really raised more than that, but it makes me very nervous to count past $250,000. So that's what I'm telling you it is for now, but it's really more. So many of you helped, but I just have to tell you about 7 women who made this night possible, and I just have to say their names. Just like there were 7 babes in the beginning of Project Newborn, there are 7 women in this room who made this night happen. And the first one isn't even here. She moved up to Rhode Island, but before she went, she gave me the second wonderful woman. The first one is Susie Chorney, an old friend of ours, a great girl, but spiritually, though she's in Rhode Island, she's never away from us. And the second woman she gave us is our Seminole family, Ethel Huggins. Chairman Tony Sanchez and all the board members of the Seminole Hard Rock. Ethel had quadruplets in our unit and wanted to do this evening from her heart. And so she made We're Rockin' Baby for us in her Hard Rock. And I cannot tell you what she has done to make this. Everything you see, the guitars, everything, she did. So Ethel, you're number 2 lady on our list of women, but you're always number 1 in our hearts. And number 3, Sharon Siegel, just the best lady. She and Julie had a preemie, and we remember Justin every year. And she decorates all this beauty for us and has since the beginning of Project Newborn. So that's number 3. Number 4 is a gift to us from Stanley Whitman and the Bal Harbor Shops. Her name is Cheryl Stevenson. It started out that she did every fashion show every year for us. But now she's become a wonderful, close, darling friend who loves the babies and is here for us every year. And number 4, that was number 4. Number 5, my partner, where are you? Lynn Light. And her unbelievably generous Paul, and all the twinkling lights. And for years, she donated to Project Newborn, and she had no reason to, except that she's a good human being. And all of a sudden, one day, she found her own grandchildren, hers and Paul's, in our unit. Life is so strange. And when they began to understand on a very real, personal level, then she became our staunchest supporter, she and Paul, and unbelievably caring, and the donations have been over the top. And number 6 and 7 are 2 of our young professionals. Lauren Saab, the chairman of that unbelievable auction out there. She's the ever-ready battery of our organized wonder and talent. She's a girl of endless patience and resourcefulness, and her wonderful committee, and it's great to watch them in action, and they're going to make for us to the $300,000 mark tonight with that incredible auction. And last but not least, number 7, Stacy Hammer. She's our chef chairman. She's worked a whole year to bring the chefs here tonight. They are wonderful, and at 11 o'clock, those doors will open, and you get to eat the best dessert extravaganza you've ever seen. And so finally, at the end, let me tell you how much we are grateful to the wine and spirits industry who, in Stanley Cassell's memory, they have donated all of the product and so much of the money that we took in tonight. Some of the people in the industry are the ones who started Project Newborn, because Stanley enlisted them all to help this cause. And this is how it went, so you'll really know how we got to where we are today. The salesman would come into the office, and the deal was, buy a table for Newborn, get an order from Crown. Now, Stanley never said that out loud, but we always filled the room with all of the wholesalers and the liquor companies. Which of course brings us to our Crown family, who are here tonight. Unbelievably supportive, wonderful people, some of whom have been with Crown for more years than I can remember. And they are here and been so wonderful to put this together tonight. And I have to mention Dr. Bancalori and all our wonderful medical staff. And there's a final thank you. I know there's a lot of them, but there's a final one for thanking the university, the medical school, and the Department of Pediatrics and Neonatology, who have bestowed this honor on Stanley and myself. So in closing, I borrowed a line from a great song and dance man that only the people from the 30s and 40s will remember. His name was George M. Cohan. And he closed his show every night that he performed with his family in this very special way. And I take great license, great literary license, when I tell you this closing that George always said. Our brother and his family, thank you. Our grandchildren, thank you. Our children, thank you. And Stanley and I, thank you. Before I say goodnight, I just want to say to my beloved grandson, Sam, I love you so much. He made this possible.